Okay. What's the most interesting one you've seen yet? As in like today or as in like in general? Because that's gonna be tough. Because today I would definitely say the first one. Just because it has because we read the tale that was attached to it. That had a lot of like background information, right? 3090, which is a girl that has a TV as a head and she can play video games on the TV, but she also manipulates the game she plays or the game that is being played, and it also has like some reality bending powers outside of the game itself. And yeah, no, it was just very fascinating because it was one of the misters, but made by Gamers Against Weed, not by Dr. One Entertainment. And there's a whole story of how she actually was a normal girl before, and then she potentially died, and two women brought her soul back and then gave her a body with a TV head, and they're able to, like, you know, upgrade her basically. I think it was just very cool because she was a very kind girl. She just wanted to be left. She just wanted to, like, you know, go outside. It was very much like the best way to explain it was very much like a Quasimodo storyline, because she is this freak that's not supposed to be seen, but her two moms are not like Drolo at all. They actually care for her. They want the best for her, but they know that if she just walks out while wearing a TV head, people are gonna freak out. And she got caught because she convinced her two moms to join a video game competition, but for some reason they left her alone there. And then, like, they all thought it was a costume. They're like saying like, hey, take your TV head off and want a picture with your actual face. She took it off, everybody panicked, and that's when the Foundation went in and captured her. But she escaped at the end because they tested on her the game Tetris, and when then like the bit, I think it was like, I'm not sure which fucking shape it is, but she basically got like the blocks to disappear in the game, and that infected her as well. She also vanished. And in document B, it does say if she dies, she will respawn somewhere else. So that's basically what happened. She technically died and then respawned outside of the Foundation's home base. Alright, Vulvide is our next author. There's no author's page link. We're gonna read the color Vulvide. Okay, they named the SCP after themselves. Okay, that's different. That's new. That's rare. I see you are looking for the exceptionally rare. Object class, safe, Euclid. Recommended procedures, SCP-3093 state is to be monitored at all times, and all reported sightings of SCP-3093 are to be recorded and sent to doctors Walk and Leica for further research. Should an incident of EE-3093 occur, agents should be dispatched to the area of the anomaly and report all observations to the research team. Evacuate all civilians immediately and contain witness as soon as possible. If any sightings of -A are reported by witnesses, MTF-Mu-13 should be deployed to the location at once. -1 is to be guarded and placed under surveillance for a minimum of 20 hours per day. -1 has been instructed to notify personnel of any recurrences of EE-3093. Description: SCP-3093 is a wavelength of color thought to be located at 105, -101, -23 on the C-Lab color space spectrum grid that cannot normally be interpreted by human eye. The C-Lab or Hunter Lab color space is the most modern three-dimensional representation of the visible light spectrum. 105, -101, -23 refers to the LAB coordinates of 3093 on a real number grid, with L representing light levels and A and B representing red, green, and yellow, blue levels respectively. How in the fuck am I supposed to make a thumbnail about colors that we cannot fathom with the yet? How? What do you mean? In rare cases, SCP-3093 can be interpreted by the human eye, although the exact reason why is unknown. It is hypothesized that certain light environments enable the eye to perceive external instances or otherwise invisible light. Subjects reported to have witnesses instances of SCP-3093 described as a mixture of intense green and self-illuminating magenta. Both subjects have referred to the color as Vulvide, despite having never come in contact with each other. Only 2 people claim to have seen SCP-3093. Do you ever do reactions? Yeah, that's what the AfroFluff channel comes in, but it's mostly anime stuff. -1 is a C-class middle-aged man who and also I haven't like done it in a while. This Monday I'm gonna finally resume a little bit of my reaction stuff. It's gonna be Spy Family episode 16. I'm gonna plan to I'm gonna record my reaction to Death Parade very soon. Before I continue with the Spy Family seasons. Who possesses 20/12.5 vision? -1 wears prescription glasses, which are maintained carefully by the Foundation following his witnesses, SCP-3093. Mostly anime? Yeah, mostly anime. I did do a little bit of Ruby once before, like, yeah, but like, mostly anime stuff. -2 is a teenage girl who possesses... Nah, I cannot watch, I cannot react to JJK Season 3 because I watched Season 1 and 2 with a friend. So I have to wait for her. And she doesn't want to be recorded, so we will, that's our show. I will not betray her like that. -2 is a teenage girl who possesses 20/20 vision. -2 is the first known witness of the EE-093 anomaly. And is thus under heavy surveillance since deceased. I know what to do for the thumbnail now. There we go. Very rarely, SCP-3093 will accompany an occurrence of EE-3093 as well as an appearance of -A. It's also tough because, like, I've reacted to Demon Slayer Season 2 and 3 and 4, but I couldn't go to the cinema to watch the movie, and I had to wait. I have to wait till I think it's out by now, so I can finally record it. But, it's also not easy to keep track of, like, all that stuff because, you know, I'm already doing this. I have other things behind the scenes that I need to work on and do. And at the end, it's not a job. It's more like, for me, like a creative output, right? I just do it because it's fun. But if I try to, like, push myself too much to force myself to do a lot of that, I just don't, the motivation doesn't stay. But yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of Spy Family things coming out. Some of the edits I done for it I think it's really funny. I think some of the jokes land pretty well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. -A is a humanoid that figure has been described by -2 as featureless and bathed in Vulvide color. -A has not been seen by anyone except -2, though its existence has been proven by Dr. Wong. -A has not been observed to interact with subjects or attempts contact and should be considered safe. Is extremely hostile when provoked and should be avoided at all costs following incident -F1B. EE-3093 is an anomalous event in which subject is able to see -A and its activities. The results of the only test conducted provide too little data to prove the exact circumstances under which EE-3093 occurs. Subscribe to you. Oh, thanks. Wait, which one? I assume the Dr. AfroFluff one you already subscribed to. Interview -A. The following is an interview of -1 following the first known sighting of SCP-3093. Dr. Ingrid Leica, so, can you please describe this incident? I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. What I saw, it was almost unreal. But it was real. It was real. Begin log 20 o'clock. Please tell the situation in which you observed the phenomenon. Well, it had been a long night and I was passed out on the bed. We just need the details and of what actually happened, mister. Right. Well, I woke up and the room was bathed in this bizarre light. But all the windows were closed and the lights were all off. It wasn't coming from anywhere. There was no source. It was just there. Can you describe the nature of this light? It was a color I'd never seen it before. It was like a mixture of pink and green, except it wasn't. I still can't recreate it in my mind. I wasn't drunk or high or anything, I swear. We know that, sir. We tested your blood when we brought you here. You probably think I'm insane. No, I can assure you, we think you're perfectly sane. Now, can you describe anything else you saw? Well, after I got up, the light faded a bit. I thought it was just hallucination, but then I saw the room. Every surface was covered in blurry Vulvide. Vulvide? Sorry, I don't know why I said that. It just fits, doesn't it? So the room was covered in writing. Could you identify the language? I couldn't tell. It was like it was permanently out of focus. It looked vaguely like the Greek alphabet, I guess. And what happened then? Then it all disappeared. I blinked and the lights and writing were gone. And one more thing, mister. Are you familiar with the girl in this photo? No clue who that is. No girlfriend of mine? No, actually. Who is she? I believe that concludes this interview. We'll escort you to your containment cell in a moment. Wait, what? Wait, you said... And log 27, so like 7 minutes long of an interview. Interview B. The following is an interview conducted with -2. I don't know why I have to be here, honestly. Please cooperate, miss. You'll be out here shortly. Begin log 20 o'clock. Please describe... Oh wait, this is Terrence. Okay. Please describe what you saw. It was a weird light. I think it just appeared when I blinked. And what color was the light? I don't know. I guess it was like purpley green. Like I was on drugs. Can I go now? And what other things did you see? You won't believe me. Say it and let's see. We believe you may have witnessed a spectral anomaly. Okay, well there was writing all over the wall, but I couldn't read any of it. And then... Was it indecipherable or just blurry? Blurry. It was just blurry. And was there anything... Vulvide, yeah. I'm sorry? Well, if it's a new color, I get to name it, right? I think we should call it Vulvide. Interesting. So I get to name it? Yes, I suppose so. Informally at least. The internal designation will remain SCP-3092. Hell yeah. Now, please look at this picture. Do you know this man? Answer honestly, this information will not be disclosed. I have no idea who that is. Were you implying that I was involved with him? God, look at him. He must be like 40 or something. That's not what I meant. This man has witnessed a similar event and has just described the same color that you claim to have witnessed as Vulvide. What? So, I didn't discover it? Vulvide has always existed, miss. You're just one of the first to see it. Oh, okay. Cool, I guess. Could you describe the light source? I don't know if there was one. It was just everywhere. And was there anything else? There was someone there covered in the light. It looked human, but somehow it wasn't. It was just standing there, motionless in my room. But when the color went away, so did it. I didn't get a good look at it though. Okay, that's all we need. Do you have any questions? Can I leave now? And log 29. I'm watching the Celeste video. Oh, I love the Celeste video. Following this interview, guy, but that was like getting a bit out. That was like the moment where it got too much because I was doing like reaction videos and recording video game stuff for montages and then like doing streams, and I was trying to do highlights. It was too much at once. I was just like, no, I'm a single person. I cannot do all this, and it's not my job either. I'm not getting a lot of views. I'm not getting money. I'm not getting any recognition. But it was at the end, it was fun, and that's what I always like aimed for, right? I wanted it to be a creative output. That's what I treat all these channels are, my creative output. They're not a way for me to like prove anything or try to achieve anything. I just want to put something out there, have fun with it, and hopefully other people have fun watching it. Following this interview, -2 was taken in for further testing. Incident F1A. Test A. 10th, 13th. Thank you. It's actually Pro-Fros-2D9083. Introduce subject to a range of environments. I hope you watch my Dead by Daylight videos, because those are definitely my favorite editing work. With varying light levels and intensities in order to recreate circumstances of anomaly. E3093. Place subject in 23x23 testing area with dim lighting, with glass two-way window at north end, and equip researchers with task force issue infrared goggles so as to not let light into the chamber. You did that, but yeah, I had a big break of that too, because what I wanted to do a funny video, and in each video I do one survivor and one killer. But there was a moment where I recorded like 3 hours, and half of that was useless. Like it didn't record my voice. So I got that was a moment where my motivation got shot. Right? I was just like now I'm not feeling like editing this anymore. I'm not feeling re-recording it. I will eventually come back to it. It just takes quite a long time, because recording it is the easiest part, but then editing it usually takes me like super long, because I have to subtitle it all, and I try to make it funny. I try to make it unique. I'm trying to like make each video different. I try to add effects to it. I try to like make it entertaining. Yeah, that's only the recording part. The editing part usually takes like 12 hours, just because of like the whole subtitling and effects part, you know. Begin log 525. Okay, we're going to expose you to our first lighting condition now. Let us know if a similar experience occurs. Fine. Leica initiates strobe at frequency 12 for 60 seconds. Ow! Holy fuck, that's bright. Are you experiencing anything out of the ordinary? Nothing except for a migraine. Fuck! Dr. Leica, move on to frequency 18 strobe. Wait, I see it! Excellent. Early results, Vogue. Catalog EE3093. Please describe to us the color of light you are seeing. It's so bright, you know? It's sort of greenish, but when I blink it turns to some sort of pinkish color. Would you say it's self-illuminating? What does that even mean? Would you say it was brighter than the testing light, brighter than pure white? I guess so. It's what? It will be the person. It's right here, right in front of me. Vaughan said, see if you can detect anything on the scanner. Miss, can you describe any features of the being? Can you see any of the symbols on the walls? No, the writing's not there. It's standing there, menacingly. It's just the shape of a person. No face, no marks, just smooth will be the light. Actually, I'm going to change the thumbnail idea. Pink, green, neon colors, humanoid shape in it. There we go. There's definitely there's definitely a slight change in the heat signature, which is looking. We can confirm the existence of a as of yet safe anomalous being. Okay, bring the guinea pig in. Attention D9083, please approach -2 in an orderly manner and position yourself approximately 2 meters away from her. If you refuse to comply, you will be terminated. Jeez, I'm gonna have a seizure from this light. Oh hey little lady, what you looking at? That's enough, D9083. Please extend your left arm in front of you. What is this even? There's nothing here, miss. I can't see what... Oh my god, it just turned around and attacked him. Get me out of here. Wait, hold on. There we go. D-class has flatlined. Please describe how the phenomenon is being acted. It didn't even move. It just switched from one position to another. Please just get me the fuck out of here. Please turn away from the glass and look at the anomaly, miss. Oh god, they're behind you. They're everywhere. Please maintain control. Help me, please. It's shifting all over the room. Oh god, it's writing those symbols again. Describe the symbols, please. Oh fuck, it's... Subject-2 has flatlined. Heat signatures have faded. Poor thing. I just wish we could have finished that test. To hell with that test. We're not touching this again. Did you hear what she said about them? Those things are everywhere, and we can't see them. Who knows what will provoke them? Let's perform an autopsy and see if we can at least find out the cause of death. What a cold bitch. Ah, what a shame we couldn't finish the test. Subject D 9083 is deceased as a result of an instance of EE 3093. Subject Subject-2 is deceased as a result of an instance of EE 3093. Insufficient evidence collected to determine exact circumstances under which EE 3093 occurs. SCP-3093 and -A classification changed to Euclid. No further testing of SCP-3093 will be conducted. Addendum autopsy results showed evidence of a complete shutdown of the nervous system, although no physical incisions or injuries have been exacted. On the cranial or spinal areas, the only visible exterior damage was to the corneas of the subject's eyes, which when removed had an encrypted message in Greek letters, which reads that, when translated, the message reads simply, see us. I think, yeah, I'd rather not see you. I think I'm good. I think I'll rather be blind. I'm good. Thank you very much. You know, mechanics, sometimes I'm concerned of which SCPs you just are like. I don't rate SCPs. Okay, sometimes I worry that like which SCPs you are so like ready to like say I will befriend them. They just kill 2 people and you're like, I'll befriend them. Like, think a little bit how you look like, man. When you say things like that. But like, but to answer your question, Jack, I think it's a good one. I always like the idea of like, you know, a color that we never seen before. It is unfathomable. That's something that you know that tickles the brain a little bit, makes you feel really think, what is a color that we can never see, that we never realized existed, and that our brain cannot comprehend right now because we have no words for it. But I like that what they did is not only is it that, but there's an actual creature that lives in that dimensional space of those colors. It's there. It's watching you. It sees ya, but you don't see it. You know what it reminds me of? The Invisible Man movie that came out in 2020? Was it 2020? I remember it was coming out and during COVID. Yeah, 2020. Because they did a thing that was such a excellent trope that normal movie makers cannot do. It's a technique that you should avoid as a regular filmmaker, right? Luckily, and I know I'm being annoying by saying this all over again. I did study film. I worked in films before, not that many, but I worked in like short films and music videos, and I worked on 2 feature films. But one thing as a cinematographer, right? Whenever you want to film somebody, you never want to leave a giant open dead space in a shot unless you specifically want the audience to look in that direction. For example, here in a normal movie scene, you would not have this. Unless there's a specific reason why. Maybe you were trying to be artistic by showing like more about like maybe it has like a metaphorical sense or anything like that, or you want to show more the environment more than what the actual character, stuff like that, right? In Invisible Man, there were a lot of shots where the characters are not in center of the frame, and the reason why that is so is because you are supposed to second guess yourself. Is the Invisible Man currently standing right there or not. And you will never know if he is there or not. And that's part of the psychological thrilling aspect of the movie, is that there's a lot of times where they just show an empty space and you have to think to yourself like, oh shit, is he there? Is he right there just being quiet? So that's how I imagine this SCP, right? I could look in my room right now, and right now all I see is, of course, the red LED strips, Henry, Yoshi, all my stuff in the background here. But there's like an empty spot right there, right? There's a corner right there that you guys cannot see. The idea that somebody might be standing there and I have no idea because I cannot see them is terrifying. That is terrifying, and that's what I think that's pretty cool. It's not just an SCP that is about like it's a color you cannot see. It's also there's a person, a being that you cannot see. So yeah, I like it. But yeah, I'm not gonna rate it like that. I'm not gonna say it's like any of those like numbers stuff. I'm here to enjoy every single SCP as the way I do. But if you guys say like, hey, I don't like this SCP because of this and that, I can fully see it. I just then will say the reason why I think it's like a cool concept. And if you say like, yeah, that's all fine, but it's not for me, I'm like, that's perfectly fine by us. So if one of you guys say like, nah, not really my thing of an SCP, that's all it needs to be. At least we learned something, we read something, we entertained ourselves, we're having a good time.